challenge to you. In the infirmary, you'll find a chest. Take from it my almanac of poisons and compare.
I might have already stolen that.
The symptoms described there. You can read, I hope.
Aye, pretty well.
Excellent. The chest is locked, but I trust you will manage somehow.
Yeah, I've already picked that lock.
You have a whole book just about poisons? Where did you get it?
I bought it on my way here, in Moravia. I have not yet had time to study it properly, but please, do not mention it to anyone. It would not look good for someone in my situation to have such a book. You surely understand.
Right. Examine Cheriton's body and read the book. I can manage that. Who do you think killed Cheriton?
I have no idea. But what I do know is that we will not get anywhere if we suspect everyone in the camp. Who do you think is the prime suspect at this moment?
That guy that was yelling.
I heard Sir Grozov couldn't stand Cheriton.
I have heard the same. And did you notice how quickly he accused me?
Well, what do you think?
I think it must be someone from here. A stranger would have been noticed. What is more, most people are not allowed up to the powder store, and I would bet that it was one of us who was there at the time. And because it cannot be you, me, or Katz, that leaves Grozov, Stephen, and the two guards. Someone should question them all. Maybe their statements will give something away.
Well, I don't have much time, but I'll try to talk to them.
I am very grateful, my friend.
So although it's good to have the enemy camp in chaos, we need them to get their script together so that they can move out with the cannon so that we can then rob them of the cannon on the road. Alright, let's see. Do we have the book that we were talking about? The Book of Poison. Okay. So what are we going to be looking for? Bane, blah, 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 blah. He's killing an unfortunate man who has swallowed the poison comes to you. Advice. For a little while thou mayest observe in him the blackness of the eyes, dryness of body, looseness of muscles. Okay. Pitohui bird poison. Skimming, skimming, skimming. Tingling and tension in muscles. Burn the feathers and the poisoning will pass. Unfortunate, ingest the whites of the feathers. Olive oil. First stiffens and soon dies. Okay, dull maker potion.
Silly doggy.
Soothes only his pain, or a few drops of cut on his tongue. Or hasty in their love, or this manhood. Wait. Men who are hasty in their love rub their manhood with this potion so that it may become numb and they may manage to please their wives. Okay? A fool who tastes even a sip of the potion will experience total numbness, his intestines become clogged, and he may lose his sight. Fortunately, his stomach will eject this disgusting potion before it has time to have a pernicious effect, unless the body has already been weakened. Kiss of Death. It'll cause a stomach ache, makes the skin red and blistered, bowels painfully empty at both ends, udders stiffen and spasm, and the nails break. Lullaby. Falls asleep. He does not feel his body. Intoxicated with this will faint. Tongue is confused. Head is heavy. Falls asleep. Vomits it up. Loses all effect if he drinks too much.
Right. I've learned something about poisons. Now I should examine Cheriton's body. Alright. Here we go. Holy Mary, Mother of God, don't let me miss anything. And forgive me for what I'm doing to this unfortunate wretch.
Examine the head.
He looks a bit ruddy. But is that from the poison? Or was he just drunk?
Face.
I can't see anything strange here. No bruises or broken lips. No signs of poisoning.
There are signs of poisoning. He's dead. Examine the neck.
What a stench. He coughed up some blood, all right. But he also threw his guts up. Ugh. There's no way I'm examining that.
Threw his guts up. Body.
That's a nasty wound. I almost feel sorry for Cherton.
Good night,
Why
good night,
would
Maestro.
someone kill him in the most heavily guarded part of the camp, instead of trying to lure him outside?
Examine stab wounds.
His belly's hacked to ribbons. Who could have butchered him like that, for God's sake?
Check clothing and items.
Almost everything is covered in blood. But there doesn't seem to have been much of a fight. These things can't tell me anything, unfortunately.
Examine different part of the body. Arms and legs.
He looks horribly rigid and contorted. He must have died in awful spasms.
Hands.
Nothing strange here except the stiffness and broken nails.
Broken nails. That was one of the
He dug his
poisons.
nails into the table when the spasms started. It hurts just to think about it.
Legs.
Completely rigid. Just like the arms. But, Christ, what a stink! He shot himself.
Okay, emptied
God,
guts at both
rank.
ends was another thing.
I'll examine some other part of him instead. That'll have to do.
So he threw up and he
I
number
found
two.
out enough. He had spasms, as red as a poppy. But that could be from drinking, or lots of things. I mustn't forget anything. That's the main thing.
Okay. So let's see the book again for a reminder. I think it was the third or fourth one. Stomachache, skin red and blistered, bowels empty painfully at both ends, stiffen and spasm, nails break. It was the kiss of death. Did he mention blisters? No, but everything else lines up. Or if he did, I missed it.
I read that book of yours, and I think I know now what Chertan was poisoned with.
What do you mean, you think? Do you know or not?
The potion is called Kiss of Death. It causes vomiting, cramps, boils, and rapid death.
This name means nothing to me. I suppose I did not get that far in the book, but if you think the symptoms are the same, I will believe you. Are you sure it was that poison? Were there not more in the book?
I'm sure.
Absolutely certain. The murderer couldn't have used anything else.
All right. I have no choice but to believe you. Now, we can only hope that the murderer has not had time to get rid of the evidence.
I better start searching fast, hadn't I? You said that the suspects are Grozav, Crow, and the two guards. This won't take long.
Wait a moment. There is something I must tell you.
Of course. Go on.
First, you should know that I am grateful for what you are doing. Were it not for your investigation, I probably would not be standing here. But I cannot stop thinking about how brilliantly you dealt with Mishek. Why would someone with your abilities want to enlist? I do not suspect you of Chertan's murder, of course. Do not worry. It is all strange, though. People have just been sitting around for months here. And all of a sudden you turn up, and everything is turned upside down.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it?
Tell me the truth, my friend. Who are you? Really?
People already don't believe him. So let's do some testing the waters here.
All right. I'll try to trust you. Maybe I'm not King Sigismund's most ardent supporter.
I knew it! I could tell straight away that you
Hey,
were
Neil.
cleverer than others in this camp.
You're pleased? Aren't you a courtier of his?
It was not my first choice. Or do you think I long to spend half my life in some dirty tent?
Well, you could go elsewhere if you don't like it here. I know a few people who would value someone like you.
I am grateful to you, my friend. But I must refuse. I have had many experiences in life and come out of them alive. And do you know why? Because I am a total coward. And not just that, I am duly proud of it.
I'm proud of
I'm
it.
very happy to get away from here, and perhaps even return home, but only when I am sure I will survive the journey. So I think it will be best if we each go our own way.
You know nothing. I know nothing.
And this conversation never took place.
I'd better go and search the tents.
Good luck. I am depending on you.
That was a cool little talk. Alright. So, there's 4 tents to investigate. 2 of them are over this way. I like Mansa. Me too. He's pretty well written. Wait. Okay, this is one of the tents.
Nails? Is Crow planning on building a cottage instead of a tent? But they're covered in some kind of dirt. Oak. And dry as a bone.
Quieter.
The water smells of flowers of some kind. Like roses? Hold on. Nails, rosewater, oak bark. They're all used to brew Kiss of Death. Well, I doubt that pair of drunks could have killed Chertan even if they wanted to. Just a broom. Ugh, stinks of vomit. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay. Let's check, I could just go straight back to, the doctor and let him know what's up. But I'm gonna check the last tent just to see.
He's the camp commander, but it looks like a pauper lives here. I reckon Grozav's fallen on hard times. Oh, that's valerian, I believe. It helps relieve pain, but it's also used to make Dollmaker potion. But Chertan was poisoned with Kiss of Death. Or was he?
It was definitely Kiss of Death. I'm confident on that selection. Wait, why can't I talk with them?
Beautiful.
Oh, I'm supposed to
empty.
examine this tent too?
No poison. For pain, exhaustion, fever, all healing remedies. I wouldn't mind a piece of that.
Am I supposed to pick this while you're right there? Let's see. Wait, oh, right here.
There's nothing here. Moose is definitely not to blame.
Okay, I still can't talk to him. Prepared to defend Musa at the trial. So, Crow. Crow is the one that had the Kiss of Death stuff. He'll be here within 2 days of the death. Okay.
Oh, you pooch.
Alright. So, is there a way to trigger the trial early, I wonder? Is this the guy I'm looking for?
Was it you who found Chertan?
Aye. Me and my comrade there.
I need to ask you a couple of questions.
I don't know nothing. We didn't do nothing.
What did you do when you found Chertan?
It all happened so fast. Before we could come to our senses and decide what to do, Crow turned up.
Crow?
Aye. He heard the racket and came to see what was going on. And I'll tell you, when he saw Chertan, he went as pale as a ghost. But he snapped out of it quick and told us to wait for him to go and get cats. If it wasn't for him, Chertan would have bled to death there.
Okay, hold on. So I think Crow poisoned him, but maybe Crow didn't stab him. If he turned white as a ghost when he saw Chertan. Or he stabbed him, thought he was dead, and then later was surprised to find out he had stumbled into this part of the camp. Maybe that's why he turned white as a ghost.
You really didn't see anything? You're standing there on the tower, and you don't hear a man getting murdered? That's a bit odd, isn't it?
Rose Mo raided my stream with 27 viewers.
Rose MO, thank you for the raid. I appreciate that, buddy. Welcome to you and yours. Hope you're doing well. We're currently playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and we're solving a murder right now. Hello, mister. Hello, hello, hello. We're a small, very potent group. Small? No, 27 viewers? That puts you in the, like, top couple of percentile of Twitch. Like, 97% of Twitch streams to 0 viewers. So, that is not a small group. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Welcome.
You deaf? I told you we didn't notice nothing.
No, I believe you. But that only tells me you weren't taking your guard duty as seriously as you claim you were.
Well, it's possible.
What's possible?
It's possible we dozed off for a while.
Oh, Christ. I knew it. You two were asleep up there.
No, we might have just shut one eye for a moment, but
One
wasn't
eye.
sleeping. We'd have noticed if anything happened there. But before Chertan started yelling, it was all peace and quiet.
We dragged Rose through Ether Path and also...
360 ooga booga booga!
We dragged Rose through Ether Path, and also he flubbed and consumed a legendary spear gun he was meant to do a giveaway with. Oh, classic. Yeah, the streamer accidentally binds the expensive item to his account on accident. Yeah, right. Yeah, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
How did you find Chertan?
I don't remember too well. I remember we heard someone yelling, so we ran.
Hey, hope you're having a good one. Oh, never mind, not anymore. Never mind. Hope this game spanks you. It has spanked me many times. This is a game that kicks your butt so hard with the combat system that once you get to the point where you can like 1v2, you're like, I am such a good player. I have grown so much. It is brutal early on. I'm doing okay now, but
Down to the ammunition store, and there he was on the ground.
As far as I know, there were 2 of you on guard duty on the tower. What's the other soldier like?
Him? God's teeth. He's the most annoying bloke I've ever met. Can't keep his mouth shut. A complete twat.
Anyone can be a bit of a twat sometimes.
But he out-twats them all.
He
never
out-twats
stops
them.
banging on about the most run-of-the-mill things. Like, he was living in a cave until now. I try to tell him I'm not fucking interested, but he doesn't take any notice. Between you and me, it's quite a relief that this business with Churton shut him up for a while.
Alright. Let's see, that's Adalbert. Where's another named soldier? Not you. No. No. Oh my gosh, come on. No one up here. Where's the other guard? Is he gonna go get some rest and contemplate racially ambiguous remarks about a sir to say on stream when you help me for that thing we talked about? Have a good sleep. I don't even know which race to make fun of in response to that, because you were a cat, and then you were a salad, and now there's that character that looks like you running around in the game that might be you, and you're just denying it. So I mean, that's 3 of 5 races covered.
Could we talk about Chertan's murder?
Why? Musa is under lock and key, and the king's deputy himself is coming for him.
I mean, if I go and see it.
Leave me in peace, or you might end up like him.
Maybe I'll find his accomplice.
But sir, we both know whatever happened with the poison wine, Musa can't have stabbed Chertan. I want to find out who else is involved in this. After all, you too could be in danger till this is all cleared up. I just have a couple of questions. I won't keep you long. You'll see.
Oh, get on with it then, for fuck's sake. But if you think you can persuade me to let Musa go, you're out of luck.
How come you got to the site of the stabbing so quickly?
My tent is right next to it, you rat-faced halfwit. I heard Chertan yelling and I went to take a look.
Did you notice anything strange?
Like what, a stabbed man?
Maybe you saw someone acting strangely around there?
No. I gave a clear order that nobody unauthorized is allowed up here. It's bad enough that you're here. Is there anything else? Or can I have some peace at last?
Were you there when Chertan was poisoned?
No, not at that moment. When I arrived, Chertan was already dead, and Musa was standing over him, white as a sheet. Well, paler than usual.
So he said white as a sheet, and then he remembered that Musa is a dark-skinned man, and he goes, oh, paler than usual.
Had Chertan been behaving strangely recently?
No more than usual.
Did he mention having any conflicts with anyone?
Apart from me, you mean? I don't know how you imagine it, but we don't exactly go round holding hands here.
Do you know anyone who might want to kill Chertan?
Who wouldn't? He was a smug, ill-mannered bastard. Though I have to admit, I'm surprised it was the Sawbones Musa who killed him.
How could he have? He was with me and Katz when Chertan was stabbed.
So he was in league with someone. How do I know?
There's no assassinate button for that guy. Dang essential NPCs. Why does he have a bandit armor? That's pretty sus. Alright, I can't find the other guard besides Adalbert. Unless the other one's one of these no-name guards that doesn't even have a name tag. Oh, there's one in the tower now. Let me check the tower again. Nope. No name. Soldier, soldier. Nope, nope. Let's see. What about up here? No name, no name. Guard Radovan? Was it you? Ah, this is it.
How did you find Chertan, actually?
We heard yelling, so we went to take a look. I don't miss nothing, see? And there was Chertan, crawling in pool of the blood and babbling something. But I don't understand their gibberish, do I?
There were 2 of you on guard duty, yeah? What's the other soldier like?
Him? He's a good pal of mine.
The other guy said he hated this dude. It's like that meme where they're like, are you two best friends? And the one guy's like, no. And the other one's like, yes.
The best in the whole camp. Always happy to listen to what I have to say. And that's plenty, believe me. The things I've seen since we left Prague. I'd never have dreamt of some of the things I've seen in this world.
That's it. That's all he has to say. Okay. Huh. Where is... Okay, so I think I've questioned everyone. So, where's Crow? I want... Okay, so Crow's probably at his tent, which we found all of the materials to make the poison there. So we're pretty sure Crow poisoned him, but not positive if Crow stabbed him. But we've got reasonable suspicion that Crow did everything. But we need to question him. Wake up, Crow.
I'd like to ask a couple of questions about Chertan's murder.
I have a couple of questions of my own. What actually happened? Kat said Chertan is dead and Musa's locked up.
It's even more complicated than that. But I don't have time to explain it to you now. I need to ask you a couple of questions.
Go ahead and ask then, but quietly, damn it. I don't want anyone to know about it.
Where were you when Chertan was poisoned?
Where do you think? In my tent. After I helped take him to the infirmary with Musa, I went my own way.
Well, you just went off to have a nap.
No, I doubled the guard, drew up the orders for tomorrow, and made sure nobody was allowed to leave the camp. When something like this happens, people like me have lots to do all of a sudden.
It was you who came to tell us that Chertan had been stabbed, wasn't it? How did you get involved in the first place?
Me? I was close by, that's all. My tent is right below the palisade. And when the 2 guards found Chertan, they ran to get me.
Hold on. The 2 guards said otherwise. They said they found Chertan and were discussing what to do when you turned up. By yourself.
Is that what they said? It's possible.
Good thing I talked to the guards
first. It all
first.
happened so fast. And anyway, how am I supposed to remember all this shit? Maybe I heard them and went to see what was going on.
Hard. Why not tell the truth?
Are you sure you don't want to tell me what really happened?
All right. You want the truth, so I'll tell you the truth. In fact, I really was up top. It's because I had to keep an eye on you.
Me? Why, for Christ's sake?
You really don't know? You may have been given our colours, but you're still a stranger. I didn't want you running around.
How come every time I look up, Muck is talking to some new shirtless man? Because you've got, like, I don't know, man sense or something, and you're just, like, tuning out the stream until it beeps.
Unsupervised. But it seems you're a decent fella, so don't fuck it up now.
Tell me more about the storage space.
What about it? There's a cannon and some powder there. We built it a few days after we arrived because it's a good idea to keep that kind of stuff safe. If it blew up, the whole place would be blown to smithereens.
The short of it is, we're solving a murder thing, and it happens to be nighttime. So everyone we have to question is asleep, and when we wake them up, they're just, like, in their undies. That's what's going on.
And if someone didn't happen to set fire to it, someone else might have robbed it. Folk are like magpies.
Oh, except for you, the crow.
Very droll. Never heard that one before. Aye, but now I'll ask you something. Who do you think did it?
I think Crow did it, but I'm gonna say this.
From what I've heard, It's pretty clear who did it.